Hey guys, my name is Nikki. I just want to share my bar exam story with you guys today. So, in my third year of law school, you start thinking about the bar exam, and of course, all of my professors in my law school would, keep hammering, take Barbary. Do what Barbary tells you. If you do everything Barbary tells you, you'll pass the first time. I can't tell you guys how much of a lie that is. Okay, because when the bar exam came around and I graduated, I took Barbary, and I did everything Barbary told me to do. And I did well in law school, and so I felt that I would pass the first time if I did everything Barbary told me to do. While I was going through this experience with Barbary the first time, instinctively I knew what I was doing wasn't working because I'd spent 3 years going through law school, and I knew how my mind worked, how I learned, and I knew what Barbary was having me do was not working for me. Regardless, I didn't have the courage to, get away from what I was doing because I had been told so many times that if I stick to this program, it's going to work for me. I blindly followed it, and ultimately I paid for that when results came out in May and I didn't pass. The fact is, what Barbary was having me do was exhausting me, and yes, you have to study for the bar exam for many, many hours every day, but it's not about the quantity of hours you spend studying, it's about the quality. So I was spending between 11 and 14 hours a day. I started kind of like getting weird, and it was exhausting, and by the time the test rolled around, I was exhausted and drained, and not only was I exhausted and drained, but the things that were exhausting me and draining me during my bar prep were not the things I needed to be doing to get ready for the test. So ultimately I did not pass. In retrospect, I realized a lot of the things Barbary was having me do were not things that were actually useful to me on the test. For example, if you're falling asleep with an outline in your hand, or doing MBEs that don't reflect what's actually on the bar exam, or using model answers that don't properly reflect what a passing answer looks like, you're not helping yourself, you're hurting yourself, and you're exhausting yourself with things that aren't going to help you. So, luckily, I found BarMax my second time, and I feel so fortunate because I have so many friends who have taken the bar exam 3 or 4 times and failed, and because they've stuck to Barbary, and because they haven't changed what they're doing wrong, and so they keep getting the same results. I'm so happy that I changed my approach and I did something that actually works. So here's the difference between BarMax and Barbary. BarMax is significantly more or less expensive than Barbary, okay? So you're saving yourself a lot of money, which I know is not maybe the main concern after we've racked up all these debts going to law school, but it's still a concern at this point. B, it's just a superior program. When you do BarMax, you're actually spending your time doing MBEs, which are MBEs. They're real MBEs. The ones that you do with Barbary are fake, and their reasoning on some of them is questionable at best. So you start, the whole point of studying for the bar, part of it is that you want to get into the examiners' heads, to see how they make their questions and what their questions are like. So if you're dedicating your time to doing fake MBEs, then on test day, you're not really going to know how to do the reasoning that they're looking for. But BarMax prepares you for that because they give you real MBEs, and not only that, they're timed. So while you're taking them, you're actually being timed. You don't need to do it yourself, and that's actually a huge challenge because people run out of time on MBEs, as you guys know. Second thing, essays. The Barbary model essays, spend some time and look at real bar exam answers. They look nothing like Barbary's model answers. Barbary model answers are at best a 60. So if you go in there and you write the answers that they say are model answers, you're not going to pass. Think about it. The pass rate on the bar exam is about 50%, somewhere like that. Do you think 50% of the people that are failing the bar exam are failing it because they're dumb or incompetent, or because they're not being properly prepared? And if you think about it, a majority of the people go with the big programs like Barbary and Kaplan or whatnot. They don't properly prepare you. you need something better. If you look at the BarMax answers that are, I believe they're written by actual bar exam graders, they're far superior. They're well written. They're well above 65. They're 70s or 75s. They're nothing like Barbary answers. So, in short, I can't stress enough how much BarMax helped me. If I would have kept doing Barbary and their horrible approach, which just doesn't prepare you for the test and exhausts you, I would have failed again. And I found BarMax, and I'm so grateful for that. And I passed, and I'm an attorney now. So I hope you guys make the right decision and go with BarMax, because it's the far superior program here.